Thank you for taking the time to follow along with me in this section about learning why LinkedIn is so important and why strategy is so important. At this point, you should now be ready to explain what your value proposition is, what your brand is, and what you're going to do to help differentiate yourself on LinkedIn. That's the key, and you need to be consistent about it. So, to assist you in all the steps of identifying who you are and what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, we're going to take a look at the worksheet here. So let's go ahead and go through the questions so you'll know what it is you need to answer specifically. First, you want to answer the question, what will be your voice to your audience? So below here, what I want you to do is describe the message that you're going to deliver consistently to your audience. 2, who is your audience? I want you to describe your ideal audience member that would benefit from your message and your content. What is their role? What is their position? Where do they work? Be specific here. 3, I want you to write down what you want to get out of this. Why are you on LinkedIn and why do you want to build a brand? Are you after a new job, eyes on your business, more sales leads, something else? Document it. Number 4, identify what your goals are. So the best goals follow the principles of being SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Write out your goals, not just for today, but in a 30, 60, 90-day period, even a year. Write down what you want to achieve. Next, I want you to write down your brand identity in one word. Remember, my brand identity is authentic. Yours should be easily relatable to you. Next, what is your plan to build a tribe? I want you to stop and think about 5 to 10 professionals who maybe you've noticed on LinkedIn who resonate with your content or you feel a certain connection with. And I want you to write their names down. And I want you to start thinking about how you're going to approach them, to ask if they'd like to work closer with you, to share ideas, and to generate more of a regular rapport with. And that's how you're going to start to build your tribe. 7, I want you to identify the industry or professional niche that you're planning on focusing on with your content and with your strategy. 8, I want you to identify the problem that you're trying to solve for your audience, right? So adding value is all about having a solution to a problem. So try and think what it is that you're going to help your audience understand better or what you're going to help them solve. That is your angle. 9, I want you to describe your content strategy. Have you thought about what type of content that you are best able to produce? Maybe it's short posts, maybe it's articles. Some people do videos or even podcasts. And later in this course, I'm going to explain the differences between all 4, but you want to understand what kind of content best fits your personality. And then I want you to be able to think about how often you can regularly produce good content, not just any content. 10, I want you to describe what the particular angle is that you're going to have over somebody else. Why will they read your post and not theirs? And how will you stand out? That has to be at the top of your strategy. Next, number 11, I want you to think about and then write down how often you can commit to engaging on LinkedIn. Is it going to be every day, every week, every couple days? Write down your answer. And then I found in order to hold yourself accountable, tell a few people that now you're going to be all over LinkedIn. Make them aware of it so then you're accountable to regularly showing up and executing. Make sure that you write your posts and you get your ideas out there. Don't hold it in. And finally, I want you to have a strategy. I want you to write it down. What is your strategy to further develop and maintain your expertise in your field, right? So if you don't have any new or original ideas, again, you're not going to add value. So find something interesting and unique to think about what you're going to represent, and And if you execute on these 12 questions, your strategy is going to help you stand out. So go ahead and fill out these, and then you're ready to move on to the next section.